favorite things about gardening is making sure all your plants, your flowers, and your veggies have lots of nutrition. If you don't have enough fertilizer and enough nutrition in your soil, the plants are going to be scrawny, they're not going to grow very vigorously. And when I was a kid, Alaskan fish emulsion was one of my favorite things. It's really easy, you just dilute it down in water, and you pour it around your plants, and you're good to go. The recommended use of this stuff is about every 3 weeks, but I like putting it down a couple times a week. You're not going to burn your plants, so I think it's just a good amount of time, and you're going to grow huge tomatoes and huge peppers, and everything's just going to be lots of green. There's some other really good all-natural fertilizers that you can purchase. This all-natural, all-purpose fertilizer, you can also get at Wilco, and you're not going to burn your plants. It's something that you mix into the soil, you mix it around your plants, and it's a safe bet. You're not going to burn anything, and it's got lots of good trace elements. Now, one of the other things you can do is make what I call a garden tea. You can take any manure, any fertilizer, chicken manure, pellets from your rabbits, cow manure, horse manure, and all you're going to do is you're going to dump it in a 30-gallon or a 50-gallon drum, fill it full of water, let it sit a couple weeks, and it's just like this fish emulsion. You scoop it out, dilute it probably 5 to 1 in a bucket, and then you're going to pour it on your plants. It's going to be really high in nitrogen. All that nutrition out of that manure will be in a water liquid form, and your plants are going to absorb it really fast. Now once you've got your chicken tea mixed up and your water added in there, every couple of days you're just going to want to re-agitate it. What that does is it mixes the manure and the water over and over and over again, and it's allowing all the nutrition, all the vitamins and minerals that's in that manure to get mixed in with the water. Once that chicken tea is all mixed up and you're able to take liquid off the top, you're just going to take 1 gallon of that chicken tea, mix it in with 4 gallons of water. That should be diluted down enough to where nothing's going to burn on you. If you can just scoop it up, you can water it directly onto your plants, just a little bit around each one. Now one thing I like to do after you put the chicken tea over and around your plants is I like to just kind of lightly wash it off, and that'll help that chicken tea wash down in around the roots a little bit closer. You also get that chicken tea taste and smell and flavor off of things that you're going to be directly eating the leaves of, like lettuce and some of your other herbs and whatnot. So just lightly wash it off. It'll wash it down into the soil. That way you don't have that chicken tea residue hanging around your plants. Now another thing you can do to help your garden grow its finest produce is by using some granular lime. This is Calpearl lime. It's a granular lime, and what we do is we just take a handful of it, we kind of sprinkle it around the garden. You want to mix it into the soil actually, but what it does is it helps balance the pH. So in all of our garden videos, you guys can probably tell that I like coffee. I like a lot of coffee, and this proves it. Yeah, I'm wearing the Black Rifle Coffee t-shirts. I love them because they support veterans. But this is coffee grounds, and if you didn't know, coffee grounds are a great source of nutrition for your gardens. Not only can you get nutrition out of it, but it helps with drainage, and it just adds good organic material to your garden soil blend. Tomatoes and peppers don't love the acidity that coffee brings to the soil, but most of your other vegetables do. Now just because your garden's planted doesn't mean you can't add nutrition down the road. A lot of people plant their gardens and then they never touch it. They just put liquid fertilizer on it. Sometimes they don't even do anything. You don't always have to just put your fertilizer and your organics in before you plant. All you gotta do is sprinkle it around the plants. Be careful of your drip system if you got a drip, and then just mix it up. Mix it up around the plant, so then every time you water, it's gonna add nutrition down around the roots, and that's what you want. Now something else to be concerned about in every garden is slugs and snails. Nobody likes getting slugs and snails in their lettuce or any of their vegetables. So what I like to do is take a little bit of granular slug bait and sprinkle it around the vegetables up and down the rows. You want to get the slugs as small as you can from the very beginning, so you don't have to worry about them getting really big and chewing everything overnight. So it was just 3 weeks ago when we ran the first part of this video. And as you can see, these plants have been thriving from the fertilizers that we're talking about in this video. We talked about some natural fertilizers you can use in your garden, making your own chicken tea as a fertilizer, using coffee grounds, not only for fertilizer, but helping with drainage, slug and snail bait, and doing liming. If you need help with your garden, check us out at growoutdoorliving.com.